Hey guys, it's Bob. Um, After the video I made Tuesday, I decided to make some changes, like I was talking about. And, well, I made myself a couple of points to talk about. Well, first off, I am intending to upload by noon every Wednesday. So, at least one vlog a week. This is something I've been debating for a little bit. Now, I'm sure anybody who watched this asking, why am I vlogging? First and foremost, it's like I said in my last video, I want to have a sort of way to hold myself accountable. And second reason would be to have a way to track my progress. It's like work on myself and try to change my life, which I think would help. Being able to look back and be like, hey, I've changed here, I've changed there, or that didn't work out, so maybe I should do it this way, that sort of thing. I know I say a lot, I'm sorry about that. And the third reason is, I don't know, maybe somebody who watches this will learn something from my mistakes or my success, who knows, maybe I'll help somebody. But mostly it's for self-accountability. Alright, so next point I have is, who am I? I know I've talked about it a little bit. My name's Bob. Well, it's not my real name. I'm not gonna tell everybody my real name. My first name is Robert, and I go by Bob. What kind of person am I? I wrote that down. I am very laid back, very jokey. I joke about pretty much everything. I view life through a sense of humor, kind of defense mechanism, plus, life is too short and too long not to laugh. Laughter is the best medicine, as they say. So far in life, I've been lazy, like really lazy. Always had a hard time finding the motivation to do things I don't feel like doing. I procrastinate a lot. I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but I deal with depression. I am a lot further along than I was about 4 or 5 years ago. I did actually check myself into the psych ward and stayed there for 5 days, and actually surprisingly had a breakthrough and got better, or had been getting better, not better, like I'm not cured. That was my second major bout with depression. The first one I didn't get any professional help with. I just managed to get through it with friends, pretty much just friends. My family had no clue, but I had friends who helped a lot. And God, I am a Christian, which I'm sure a lot of people find weird, because I am bisexual and gender fluid, which means, well, I've explained it before, I'm pretty sure. I'm in the process of changing the way I present. I just make myself more comfortable with myself, basically. Next question I wrote down: what type of person do I want to be? I want to be a responsible person, motivated, driven, kind of, I wouldn't say the opposite of what I am now. Like, I always want to be a more laid-back, jokey person, who doesn't take life too seriously, but I do want to be a sort of person who doesn't just get things done when they have to, if you know what I mean. Like, I put everything off to last minute and get things done at the very last minute. I mean, I've been out here since April 16th, and I still haven't changed my driver's license to Arizona. Like, the only major time I've really been able to get things done is when I'm working, because I have a fairly good work ethic and I'm getting paid, and I don't want to sit there and watch the clock all day. Whereas when I'm not at work, I don't get things done until I absolutely have to. And I don't want to be that sort of person anymore. I'll be a sort of person who has self-motivation, self-discipline, and it's not just willing to roll their sleeves up and get things done, like, in a timely manner instead of putting it out to the end, but actively does. And I want to be a more, not so much self-conscious, but somebody who does better with people. I can be extremely friendly, but at the same time, people make me nervous, very uncomfortable. I tend to come off as condescending when I'm not trying to, or come off as an asshole, because I can be extremely blunt and tend not to quite catch how people intend things, or catch when I've actually pissed someone off. You know, not usually too bad, but I've got a reputation for being an asshole, let's just put it that way. So I want to work on that too, improve my relationships with people, improve my ability to go out and meet new people, and not always be so introverted, which being an introvert's not a bad thing. I just want to be able to be more outgoing, especially seeing as I know nobody out here at the moment. And the last thing I figured I should cover is, why am I posting my vlogs online instead of just keep them to myself? I did cover part of it about, I I hope maybe somebody might get some help from this. But mostly, I feel like it'll give me more of a reason to try to be accountable to myself, because I know there's a chance somebody might be watching, maybe one person besides myself. And then, looking at it that way, that kind of gives me help, I think, to want to improve, as apart from just wanting to improve. To actually try to improve, because, somebody might be, watching and saying, hey, this guy, I don't want to, if even one person's watching, I don't want it to be like, oh, well, he said he's going to do these things, and then he just disappeared from the face of the earth, you know what I'm saying? And while I know there's a good chance somebody is watching, there is still that chance that somebody might be watching, and they'll be in the back of my head, and I think that'll help me, kind of give me a bit more of a driving force. I've actually covered everything a lot quicker than I thought I would, even though I've had kind of stilted speech, because a bit nervous about talking about all this, and I just have a hard time concentrating in general. I do have ADHD. I have my entire life. I am taking Adderall for it, but I still deal with my thoughts wandering off quite a bit. It's not too bad, and I know I go off on a lot of tangents. That's probably why. Probably would make my videos a lot shorter if I could avoid that. But yeah, I think I covered everything. If you made it this far, watch the whole thing, thank you. I'm not sure why you'd want to, but thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd say that's about it. Oh, I didn't say it is May 10th, Wednesday, 2027. I didn't say it at the beginning of the video. But thanks guys if you're watching. Have a great day.